Tariffs are a form of taxes or duties imposed on imports into the country. They are commonly used in international trade as a protectionist measure with the aim of advantaging domestic producers and raising revenue. In this video, we'll cover what tariffs are and how they normally work, including why governments impose tariffs. We'll also discuss some of the unintended effects of implementing tariffs, including some advantages and disadvantages of implementing tariffs. We'll also discuss why tariffs are important to a country's economy and revenue stream. So, subscribe now, and let's discuss this topical concept of tariffs. Firstly, let's explain what tariffs are. A tariff is a tax imposed on the goods and services imported by one country from another country. The primary purpose of tariffs is to raise revenue, protect domestic industries, and exert political leverage over another country. So, how do tariffs actually work? Suppose a business or person in country A wants to import certain goods from country B. The government of country A will usually require that such company pay the tariff to the customs authority of country A before they receive the goods into the country. The tariff is then added to the cost of the imported goods. Should the business or person in country A wants to resell the imported goods, they will then add an additional cost to the imported goods, thereby passing the cost of the tariff on to consumers in the form of higher prices. When a country imposes a tariff, it increases the cost of imported goods, making them less attractive to domestic consumers. This may therefore encourage consumers to buy locally produced goods instead. So, who implements these tariffs? Almost every country imposes some form of tariffs. In general, wealthy countries maintain low tariffs as compared to developing countries. Developing countries would normally implement tariffs to protect their fragile industries, thereby boosting their economy. After being levied, who is then responsible for paying the tariffs? In theory, the one importing the goods normally pays the actual tariff, meaning the business or the individual bringing such goods into the country are legally responsible for paying tariffs. However, in practice, the cost of tariffs is often passed on to consumers in the form of higher prices for such goods and services. What are some of the main reasons for governments to impose tariffs? Governments impose tariffs for a variety of reasons, primarily to protect domestic industries and to generate revenue. Let's explore some of these reasons even further. Tariffs make imported goods more expensive, making domestic products more competitive in price. This can therefore help safeguard local industries within the country that might otherwise be overwhelmed by cheaper imports. By shielding domestic industries, imposing tariffs can also help preserve jobs within those sectors. Tariffs are also used as a source of income for governments. Tariffs can also be used as bargaining chips in trade negotiations with other countries. Tariffs can also be used to protect industries deemed critical to national security. Lastly, tariffs can be imposed as a response to unfair trade practices by other countries. While tariffs are often seen as a tool for protecting domestic industries and achieving political or economic objectives, they come with significant unintended side effects. These include the following: higher consumer prices, reduced competition, supply chain disruptions, retaliation from other countries, as well as overall inefficiency in the global economy. If used excessively or without careful consideration, tariffs can escalate into trade wars that harm not only the countries involved, but the global economic system as a whole. Balancing protectionism with free trade principles is a complex task, and the negative side effects of tariffs must always be carefully weighed against their intended benefits. As a trade policy tool, tariffs offer certain benefits, but also come with significant drawbacks. Here are some of the advantages, as well as disadvantages of implementing tariffs. Starting with the advantages of implementing tariffs. As indicated, tariffs can shield domestic industries from cheaper foreign competition, allowing them to grow and become more competitive. By protecting domestic industries, another benefit of implementing tariffs is to help preserve jobs within those sectors. Another advantage is that tariffs can be used to protect industries deemed critical to national security, such as defense or agriculture. One of the most common advantages of implementing tariffs is to generate significant revenue for governments. Let's now look at some of the disadvantages of implementing tariffs. Tariffs increase the cost of imported goods, which are then passed on to consumers in the form of higher prices. This can then disproportionately impact lower-income households. Tariffs limit competition from foreign producers, which can then lead to complacency, reduced innovation, and lower-quality products for consumers. Tariffs can also trigger retaliation from other countries, leading to trade wars that harm global trade and economic growth. Tariffs can also disrupt global supply chains, making it more difficult and expensive for businesses to obtain the necessary inputs for production. Another disadvantage of tariffs is that they can limit the availability of imported goods, reducing consumer choice, and potentially leading to shortages in certain product categories. These are just some of the advantages and disadvantages of implementing tariffs. The decision to impose tariffs therefore requires careful consideration of the specific circumstances and a thorough assessment of the potential costs and benefits. Before we continue, we'd like to take a quick moment to ask for your support. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up by clicking that like button below. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to our channel. By subscribing, you'll never miss out on our latest content. Remember, hitting that subscribe button is free, and it shows us that you appreciate what we do. Now that you've subscribed, let's now explore why tariffs are considered important. Tariffs play a crucial role in international trade and economic policy. They can therefore be used to protect vulnerable industries from foreign competition. As indicated earlier in the video, tariffs can be considered vital if used to protect industries which are deemed critical to national security. They can also be used to support domestic employment. Tariffs are also important because they can be used to generate revenue for the government. They can also be used as a bargaining tool in trade negotiations with other countries. They can lastly be imposed as a response to unfair trade practices by other countries. In conclusion, tariffs are a complex and often contentious aspect of international trade. While they can provide significant benefits to domestic industries and the economy, they also come with potential drawbacks, as well as unintended consequences. A tariff works by making imported goods more expensive, encouraging consumers to buy local products instead. While tariffs can protect domestic industries and generate government revenue, they can also lead to higher prices, trade disruptions, and retaliatory measures from other countries. Understanding the role and impact of tariffs is essential for policymakers and consumers alike. So, do you think that tariffs are a major problem, or a necessary economic tool for international trade? Let us know in the comments section below this video. With that, we've come to the end of this video on tariffs. So, thank you for watching. For more on public administration and public finance, please take time to check out our other videos under this channel. This is where we discuss various topics relating to public administration, public management, as well as the management of the public sector, including the running of government. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content. And remember to turn on the notification button on your phone to make sure that you don't miss out when we post new videos. You can also connect with us by following us on social media at Consult Kano. Thank you again for watching. Join us again next time for another video. Until then, check out these other videos. Kano Consultants. For professional advice you can trust.